We've had storms, and now there's a fire threat, and then tomorrow it's going to be cold.
Yes, we have a little bit of everything in a very short time. We've got a lot more to talk about for this weekend as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so lots of storms. We did have some storms last night and very early this morning. It was a very quick moving storm system, though, and so it blew through here pretty quickly. And now behind it, we have a lot of wind. So wind advisory across the eastern half of the state. And then in the panhandle, we have a high wind warning. But we're still going to see wind gusts in western Oklahoma as high as probably about 40 miles an hour or so later today. We're already kind of seeing that right now in the southwest. But next in line, just a few raindrops left in the far east. Outside of that, we're dry now after seeing 0.15 here in Oklahoma City, but there were several locations, kind of like the last storm that we had where it started to strengthen as it just moved south and east of I-44, so quite a bit of rainfall out there. But 0.16 in Midwest City, 0.18 in Minco, but yet we had a little over an inch over in Holdenville. Lots of sunshine on our American Fidelity camera up over our Lucky Star Sky Chem network. We're at 66 degrees. We've got a south wind southwest wind at 23 miles an hour. Gusts a lot higher than that. Where the cold front's already moved through, temperatures have dropped down into the 20s in the panhandle, but we're in the mid and upper 60s in the metro. We do have some low 70s in southwest Oklahoma, and then some upper 50s and low 60s in the south and east. So there's where that cold front is. Out ahead of it, it's a southwest wind between about 25 to 35 miles an hour. Behind the cold front, it is a north wind. And a little breezy out there. Relative humidity still kind of high in the eastern half of the state and also behind the cold front. But this is the concern today. Again, southwest Oklahoma, it's dry and it's going to be very windy. And so the extreme fire threat will be in the southwest today. It does lessen a little bit the farther east that you go. So we're going to be watching this very closely. And the good news is I'm not seeing any hot spots right now. And hopefully we can keep it that way. But trackers, they are on standby and they're going to be watching that very closely as well. And they're going to be tracking another storm as we get into the weekend. So this particular storm, it's now moving off to the east. We've got a whole lot of colors across the map right now because we still have a storm to our north and west, and that will allow some snow showers. We've got winter storm warnings across north, but that does not include Oklahoma. In fact, our next wave doesn't really move in until this weekend. The first wave moves in as we get into Saturday. Now, Friday we could see some drizzle, but by Saturday it's a very weak wave that's going to move through, and that could allow for some scattered showers. But this next storm coming in by, it looks like, late Sunday afternoon into the evening, and then Sunday night it's a much stronger storm system, and some of those storms could actually become severe. Behind that, it could be a little while longer before the next storm moves in, but it's still in the forecast. Right now, it looks like it's going to happen probably sometime around March 3rd. So now we're looking at that next Friday for another storm to move in, and some data even bringing in some snow with that. But just kind of looking a little bit closer at this storm that's moving in on Sunday, I do think it's looking pretty dynamic right now. It's a strong storm. We're going to have plenty of moisture. There's a strong jet stream. So right now, the dry line, it looks like it's going to be setting up out in the panhandle. Whatever we get out ahead of that has the potential of becoming severe. So we're going to be watching Sunday very closely. Today, though, looking for a high of about 73 degrees in Oklahoma City. Cold front probably comes in between about 6 and 8 o'clock this evening, but it's going to stall out and then eventually overnight tonight move to the south. But temperatures dropping down into the mid-30s by tomorrow morning, the 20s across north. Tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be different. We're going to still have some sunshine, but temperatures only in the upper 40s for highs with a northeast wind between 10 to 20. It's going to feel pretty chilly, but temperatures in the 50s and low 60s. Across the south on Friday, a little bit colder, mid-40s. I think we will have a lot more cloud cover around, really, with a slight chance of drizzle and a chance of showers in the far southeast. But again, as we get into the weekend, the chance of rain and storms will increase quite a bit. A chance of showers on Saturday, but storms are going to be a lot more likely Sunday. Right now, I think the timing is going to be more towards Sunday evening and into Sunday night, and then we dry out for Monday. But we're going to be watching that storm very closely. There's a really good chance that we could have some severe weather. That does include especially western and central Oklahoma at this point. But yeah, we're going to be tracking it. We've got a whole lot going on today. Nice and warm and windy, but tomorrow it's going to be pretty cold.
And those storms are headed our way. It's like spring, right?
I know, we're getting closer.